So I've never smoked it personally, but I think by speaking to you right now, I'm kind of like changing my mind a little bit. I think I might want to try it.
It's been great for me. We've got one of our pre-rolls if you'd like to try one.
Could I try it?
Thank you. That'd be wonderful.
All right.
That's why I come to these things.
What do I do exactly? Just like...
Just keep it inhale and hold it in for a couple seconds and then let it out. There you go, you get it now. Yeah, you got it now.
We're at the Cannabis Festival in Gilbert, Pennsylvania, and we're going to be talking to some people about their use of cannabis and how it affects them in positive and negative ways. This is just some random guy we found on the street right here. We picked him up. He wanted to come, so here he is. His name is Nee. Do you smoke cannabis?
Perhaps.
Excuse me, sir. Can we interview you? How long have you been a pot plant for?
Oh gosh, it's been since about 10 years now.
10 years?
Yeah.
Wow, you're looking pretty good for 10 years.
Yeah. I've been harvested quite a few times. Do the cloning thing, and but there's lots of cool people. If you go around left and right, there's several of these vendors that have wonderful personalities here.
Thank you so much, Pot Plant.
Oh, you're very welcome. I'll treat you later.
I'll see you later, brother. Thank you.
I speak for the weed.
All right. So how long have you been smoking cannabis?
I don't smoke cannabis.
Oh man, recreationally, been using it since I was about 15, 16 years old. Once I realized the benefits of it, then I started using more CBD.
You give a brief description on how cannabis interacts with the cells of the human body and why it's a positive thing?
Yes. So if you think about the word cannabinoid, right? CBD. Everybody has the endocannabinoid system. We all do as human beings. So the plant is basically putting back in your body what diminishes over time.
Wow, I think cannabis has changed my life in a positive way because it helps me kind of be level and even throughout the day, right? Also, different strains will help me sleep at night. I like it. And this is my pal here, and we both enjoy it very much.
I agree. And we just had one of our customers just tell us about her friend who she buys the cookies for that we make. He has ALS, and they help with all of his pain symptoms.
I was diagnosed with testicular cancer 4 years ago. Sold weed my whole life. It led me into the hemp space. Hemp has given me a platform to stand on to become an educator and an advocate for cannabis.
I felt like everything just kind of connected. Everything in my brain was just working together. Like my body and my mind just said, this is how we're going to work. And I just felt like autonomous almost.
I think that it's something that people need to think more liberally upon. We need to get rid of the stigma that we've had. We've lost 70 years of research due to prohibition.
My brain runs so fast that I can't keep up with it. And then with weed, it just kind of it calms me down to a level of just understanding how I'm supposed to be feeling in the moment.
So we have the Rip and Sip. So what we do here is we have a THC beverage topped off with live resin vapor. So first you rip it, then you sip it.
Nee is going to be our test dummy for this.
You're going to put your straw a little bit in, take a big hit, pull the straw up. There you go, hit it.
$30 for a
I accidentally drank it, but I got you.
Pull the straw all the way up.
out of the liquid.
There you go.
Oh, out of the liquid.
There you go, buddy. Here you go. And the drink's yours.
Yeah.
How was that, honestly?
It hit good. I feel it. It's legit, yeah. And the drink tastes good as well. You can see it in my voice already. Yeah.
His voice is changing. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got hurt in line of duty back in 2012 as an EMT firefighter. I did it for 18 years. And if it wasn't for the marijuana, I would have never gotten off fentanyl. I was on 150 mics of fentanyl an hour for pain for 8 years. And in order to get off, it took me a year to get off of that, and it was marijuana that helped me get off of it.
It's helped make me more money. It's helped keep my mind sound. It's helped keep me away from all the hard, drugs, alcohol, all that stupid stuff.
It just makes me like people more. You know what I mean? So it's a good thing.
If you need something more, if you have issues like cancer, or take real Western and Eastern drugs. Do not turn yourself off to medicine.
What do you say to the people that still associate cannabis with degeneracy and, and the people that smoke it and experience anxiety?
What is degeneracy in terms of a woman who takes Xanax every day? Or someone who takes Percocet several times a day? Why is it more acceptable because a doctor, who many of which will fucking write a prescription for anything.
So far, we've heard nothing but positive reviews on this cannabis plant. I mean, it's kind of based. We are at a cannabis festival. All right, let's talk to this guy.
Cannabis is great, and everybody needs to use it. We all have an endocannabinoid system, so, you know, we're meant for it. We're meant for terpenes, cannabinoids, flavonoids, and just smoke it up, you know what I'm saying?
I was kicked out of my house at a young age for smoking marijuana. And years later, my mom got sick with cancer, and marijuana was like the only thing that helped her.
Can you explain in vivid detail the first time you got high on weed?
I was with my buddy, and we were chilling at his place, and he was hollowing out some chick, and he gave me this bag of bud, and he's like, smoke it if you want, and I'm like, yeah, all right, you know, and I ain't no bitch, so I just started packing bowl after bowl and smoked like the whole eighth, and I thought I was gonna die and shit, and I had ramen and fucking, it was great.
Yeah, now flower's a major part in myself and my mom's life. And it all started as a negative, but you gotta know the positives. Marijuana is a very positive thing.
So yeah, I ate an entire gram of RSO right before I finished my work, and then at 11:30 at night I called my design guy, said, bear with me, I know it's late, I have an idea, and we came up with the Terp Sylvania Love with my puffin.
As you could see, cannabis is changing lives.
I'm actually not a cannabis user, but I'm supportive of you know, the freedom of culture and choice in the U.S. I think the move towards legalization is a good thing. We have a lot more to worry about than something that grows naturally.
I started smoking when I was 12-ish, 13-ish, and I graduated from cigarettes to cannabis actually, so it was kind of weird for me because, you know, the difference in actually being calm from cigarettes and getting high from actual weed, it made me a better person, I like to feel. Now I do mushrooms and LSD and everything. I get high.
It's fucking amazing.
Well, it's moved us along, and we're very happy to be where we are, and everybody knows the benefits that it gives. You just have to try it a little.
I've been high for fucking years, bro. I try like 30.
Are you staying cool in this?
Oh yeah, didn't you know us mythical characters have magical powers?
I'm a mature person. I love everybody. I'm just so happy these days.
Do you think it's the weed?
It's the weed and it's the psychedelics all the time. Absolutely.
Yeah, are you a wizard?
Yeah.
You are?
Yes.
It helps with relaxation, number one, and it can steer you away from depression and anxiety. So smoke a blunt a day, keeps the stress away.
Look, you can find that. You can work through that through yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I learned about a lot of things that I hate about myself. I learned about a lot of things I love about myself.
It helps expand your lungs.
Really?
Yeah. So when you're smoking marijuana, it actually expands the pockets of your lungs. It helps clean out, you know, your system a little bit better.
I've never heard this before. Could you expand on it?
You get to breathe easier.
I am a weed Santa.
It helps me to deal with some of the pain issues I have. Sometimes I don't feel like I'm hungry, so I go ahead and smoke a good blunt, get the munchies, and I could keep up with my weight and not have to deal with my doctors.
And I told my doctors they'd be amazed how wizards heal, because I know the effects of cannabis. And it gets into a whole lot more of our molecular biology than you could even imagine.
I feel like you would be a whole podcast.
Oh yeah.
Like we would spend like hours here with you. I guarantee you. Like we could probably just pick your mind.
I'm a social smoker. I do like to smoke with friends and things like that. That's like, it's an activity, if you will. And I mean, the culture of smoking people is just like, you know, like you know how it is. You get us, you know. So yeah.
I came to the Poconos because I was low. Then I got high. Now I'm not alone. My name is Nick. This is Jeff. His dog is Jade. We roll together as a crew, separate as vendors, but together as family, knowing we are all one. One love.
I trip out on it really bad sometimes, and it helps with my anxiety the majority of the time.
How old were you when you smoked weed for the first time?
Like 13.
13?
Yeah, like 14. I didn't want my mom to hear.
How did it affect you?
Horrible. I thought I had to go to the hospital.
Really?
Yeah, it was bad. I was like literally high for like 4 days.
I'm standing here with Dab Jesus. He's going to show us exactly how his process works. So tell us exactly for the audience that They know what cannabis is, but they don't know what dabs are. Could you explain the process?
Yes. Basically, what cannabis dabs are is the concentrated form of oils that are found on the cannabis plant, which is basically the medicine part. And with concentrate, there are a few different methods of extraction for the oils. What you are doing then with the oils is basically having a pure concentrated form that you then vaporize to certain degrees to get different medicinal benefits from it without doing any harm to your lungs via combustion or carcinogens and stuff.
Could you show us how it's done?
Yes. So let me get out a dab of some chopped cherry hash rosin. Got my little Puffco hot knife.
The resin right there?
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
So basically I'm scooping out a little portion of it with my dab tool, and then I am putting it in a separate jar. Then we take a torch, and the device I'm using is a nectar collector, so it has a titanium tip that you heat up, and then you suck the vapor through it like a straw. So the idea is when we heat the tip up, we're getting it to such a temperature that it is hot enough to vaporize the concentrate for an inhalation. What I do is take it like a paintbrush and go under and up to the concentrate to melt it, because you're not trying to suck the concentrate in, you're trying to suck the vapor in.
Okay. I feel that, bro. How do you think I feel? I'm still doing it.
And that's basically a dab right there.
How many dabs a day do you do?
It depends on how much I need to medicate, because I have a broken back, but I go through grams plus a day.
I'm James Duffy with Best Damn Buds, and cannabis saved my life. Cannabis saved my life. I've been on VA pills since I left the military in 2012. This is what works.
When was the first time you smoked it?
I think about a year or two after I came out of the Army. My wife made me try marijuana by just crossing her legs and saying, if you want this, you gotta smoke with me. And it worked. It worked. I think one of the biggest mistakes I made was not letting my wife smoke while I was in the military, worried that I was gonna get in trouble over it, because of how much marijuana helped her as well. And I think if I got into it sooner, I would probably still have my family. It just helps so much. It really does. It's gotten me off of my VA pills.
There's still a stigma around cannabis, though, as far as like, you know, hippies and degenerates. You know, do you think that's ever going to change? Like that collective thought?
I think it's changing a little bit more every day because of festivals like this, because of people like yourselves getting the word out and showing how cannabis users really live.
Right.
And this is what it's all about, coming together, celebrating how much cannabis helps all of us.
So I've never smoked it personally, but I think by speaking to you right now, I'm kind of like changing my mind a little bit. I think I might want to try it.
It's been great for me. We've got one of our pre-rolls if you'd like to try one.
Could I try it?
Thank you. That'd be wonderful.
All right.
That's why I come to these things.
What do I do exactly?
Just puff and inhale and hold it in for a couple seconds and then let it out. You get it now. Yeah, you got it now.
Here with the other Dave Franco. This is Dave Franco's brother. Say what's up.
Hey, how you guys doing? I was probably like 14. I was in high school and I was with my friends. I remember I didn't think I was that high, and then I went into a porta potty and I was looking for the light switch for about 20 minutes, and then I realized I was in a porta potty, and then I was like, shit. I never really like had a negative impact on my life. I've always used it like to benefit me. Like if I get high when I study and then I take a test when I'm high, I'm gonna pass that shit. You know what I mean? Yo, everybody, go subscribe to Surreal Surreal.
Yo, Mr. Rogers, the real DJ, Mr. Rogers. I'm at the Cannabis Festival. We're at West End. It's Gilbert, Pennsylvania. What are you guys up to?
I actually just smoked weed for the first time, and I'm starting to feel the effects of it right now. But we're just talking to people about cannabis.
Who did this? So did they smoke two? What did you smoke?
They gave me like a cone. It was, I don't know. It was
what did they tell you was real strong? So hopefully, whatever cone they gave you, medium, not too strong, you're around the right people. Like someone like me, you'd be good.
Okay.
I don't know, your friends might mess it up. Look at them. No, I'm joking. No. They wasn't ready for that. But you're gonna be all right, bro. Are you hungry?
I'm chilling.
You wanna smoke some more? No.
What is this? What is this? right
So this is gonna be like a runts. So runts is a product that is grown. So we'll call it Runts Company. Shout out to the Runts crew. We smoking on Runts. But I mean, shout out to all the brands. There's a lot of brands, Runts, Cookies. There's Gumbo. Gumbo's heavy right now in New York City. But there's a lot of brands. And some of these brands, 710 Labs, shout out Jungle Boys. Some of these brands have been they've been growing good weed for longer than other brands. So their chronic's gonna be better. The percentiles are gonna be higher. Or even if the percentiles aren't higher, it's just better bud. It's cleaner.
How old were you and where were you exactly when you smoked weed for the first time?
That's gonna cost you $9.99. This is the other part of this video. Cost you. You gotta subscribe. You gotta like, smash the like button, and then you get to see this part. Yo, started smoking at like 13. Went to private school. Was hated on. Didn't know it was hated because we didn't know about hating back then. I'm a little older, but there was something weird going on. People was acting type funny to me. I started smoking. Ended up, my boy was the plug. Helped me slow down a notch. I move quick, bro. I'm a DJ, real DJ, Mr. Rogers, aka DJ Styles. I played music for over 20 years worldwide, 141 countries. Shout out to the roller skating industry. Shout out to Inline Talk Nation, my 20,000 followers. We heavy. And yeah, I got something. I got a couple products going on, but we'll just talk about one or two. Shall I bring them out, car meets and more? Woo! You know what we doing, taking places over. Where are we putting this video? YouTube! Yo, we gotta get hits. Hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. Smash that shit.
This is Best Damn Buds, and you best damn believe it. Hey, what are you doing? Have a good time, all right? Hey, you. Have a good one. All right? Excuse me, sir. How do I get to the Canna Festival?
Well, here you are.
I've had about 6 edibles today so far, and well, I'm getting another one on right now, you know what I mean?
How are you feeling?
Pretty good, man. I'm having a few saucy right now. Great flavor.
Yeah, the world is a better place with it. And it would absolutely be terrible without it.
Well, you know, I think it really affects people differently. You know, like some people I know that smoke a lot or even just ingest cannabis a lot, they're very like lethargic. They're very lazy. They don't want to move off that couch. You know what I mean?
And I feel that everybody here is on the same vibe, bro.
Right.
Like that.
Facts.
Like there's nothing, no better place, no better day than right now. Like we're all here.
Me personally motivates me. Gets me up, gets me going, gets me to the gym or wherever I'm going, and it just gets me moving, you know, but it affects everyone differently.
Lead us to the magical lands.
This is Cannabis Lands, the land of the green and the plenty. Just follow me, and you will see a world of active imagination. Yeah, we're going to Cannabis Land.
Oh, man.
My name is Thunder Walker, and I'm part of the Thunder Walker Experience. I'm the founder, and what we do basically is we go from state to state. We believe that each state that's legal, whether it's medicinal or whether it's adult use, it's like a patchwork within this country. And so our goal and our purpose is to create a green thread that connects all of the states. So we get a chance to see what's great in a state that has just become licensed or things that needs to be changed. I love this industry because it's up and coming, and it gives everyone, especially women and people of color, a chance to do something great that normally we were stigmatized for in the past. There's a lot of people that are still serving time for cannabis use and also for selling cannabis. And so we try to free those people. We try to educate patients on what cannabis will do for your body, for your mental health. and for your spiritual health. And then the other thing that we do is we try to educate lawmakers so they can understand, because some of them have never used cannabis before, and they think that it is this crazy drug. It is not. It is a plant that is really, really good at helping people cope with life and deal with disabilities, and just a beautiful, beautiful way to have a career in this industry. And so that's what I love about the industry, removing the stigma and being able to place people where they need to be, find their purpose and their goal. I'm all here from Oklahoma, believe it or not, and we flew in just to be at this event and make sure that everyone understands what it's like, from microdosing to understanding if you want to be in this industry or if you just want to be a person that consumes cannabis.
Hi, hi, hi.
Look at this stuff. This is it. This is Surreal Surreal.
Breaking all the rules on the back of the golf cart action. Mr. Rogers on the scene.
That's hilarious. Mr. Rogers.
Pound that like and hit that subscription button. We're going 1 million strong in 1 month, my people. Mr. Rogers on the scene. Cannabis Cup 2023. We live from West End Fairgrounds.
Surreal Surreal is going to explode soon. Start year 2023.
Got that guy.
Right now, this guy, he's signing away his life before he gets on the ball.
We have concluded that cannabis is a very positive thing. It impacts people in positive ways.
Yeah, it's actually satanic. Sorry to tell you that.
I think it's very healthy to live a healthy lifestyle without any substance. I think if you could do that and you could do meditation and natural practices and exercise, that's obviously the best option. However, with my own experience smoking cannabis for the first time today, legally, I would say that it helps one to reflect on life in a different way. It kind of shifts up the perspective a little bit, if you will. What you saw and witnessed here today was a demonstration of a wide variety of different people that come together just for this plant that has been around for thousands of years. Take it as you will. The caveman with the camera wants something to say, so all right.
Keeping it in this whole time.
If you smoke weed, you're going to hell.
All right, that's so.
And that's
funny
the truth.
You've been the cameraman all along here. Perfect.
Actually, this was all created when Richard Nixon was in office, and he had a bunch of people protesting him on the White House lawn, and he couldn't do anything about it. So if he made cannabis illegal, then he could run all them off gone, and that's what he did. Richard Nixon wanted to get rid of the hippies, so he had Attorney General Mitchell make it a Schedule I substance. That was done temporarily 50 years ago. Okay, how long is temporary for you? How long is temporary for you? I'm privy to the same things as government, okay? So if you're going to drag me into court on something that's temporarily scheduled, I guess we could temporarily put the court case off until they get the scheduling figured out. And if that takes 50 years, oh well. You know, so they sort of stacked the rules the way they wanted to, and they knew what they were doing was wrong, and now they're just afraid to admit, we lied, we don't know how to get out of it. And, you know, like here, even Mario Scavello, he told me that he knew it was a hate crime, but he couldn't go to the Republican Party and tell them that, because that wasn't his part of the check and balance system. He wasn't that part of government.
How do you grow a thick beard such as that beard?
There's nothing to do but wait. This is a 5-year-old beard right now. Yeah, 5 years. I had it trimmed right before coming to the festival, but yeah, all it is just wait.
I have some pretty severe medical issues. I have multiple autoimmune diseases, and one of the side effects of that is I have to have an injection once a month just to keep my white count enough that I'm not sick 24/7, 365. Side effect of the injection is the most severe bone pain that you could ever imagine in your entire life, on all the long bones and the flat bones in your body, back of the skull, your entire back, your hips, your legs, your arms. It just, everything feels like it's being crushed from the inside of your body. And I've never tried any sort of weed, pot, nothing like that. Don't smoke. I don't really drink that much, but I was over in Phillipsburg at out with some friends, and somebody handed me an edible because they're legal, New Jersey, and I tried it, and it was the first time in 6 years, after having gotten those shots every month, sometimes every 2 weeks, that I was actually physically out of pain. And for somebody who has to live with chronic pain every day of my life, to actually be able to say, no, nothing hurts and I am out of pain, is powerful. And I don't understand how so many people don't understand that there is so much that we don't know about the medical and about the human body and about the effects of different things, that they don't understand that it needs more research. It needs more the ability to look at it the same way we looked at aspirin that comes from the bark of a tree. I don't know if you guys know that. Aspirin comes from the bark of a tree. So, 400 years of people chewing tree bark because it makes them feel better. We've got aspirin. Same thing with most other pain relievers. Why are they not doing the same thing with THC and with cannabis? I don't understand that. But I will say this, though. I made a mistake a few months later, and I took too much of it. And I had a very, very, very bad reaction to it. And I actually wound up in the emergency room because of it. But it's a learning curve. But I will say this, that learning curve would not have been there had I been able to actually sit down and have an honest conversation with a doctor and say, what do I need to do to get enough to be out of pain? That's my story.
This is my friend Adam Cottle, founder, owner of Best Damn Buds. He's been in business about 7 years. We're 15 years old together. I was a pothead already. I just screwed up, whatever. I had him smoke pot, change his life. He became obsessed with it. It ruined his life at first, ended up saving his life. Goes to the Air Force. Didn't have a plan like I didn't. Gets out of the Air Force, and Colorado had legalized everything, right? So he's like, I want to be a grower. I want to own my own growing business. I love weed. I'm going to work hard. I want to do it. Goes out there. Everybody he knows, his friends, his family, including me, try to talk him out of it. Like, what are you doing? This is crazy. You don't know why are you going to Denver by yourself? He goes out, he spends a year learning everything he can, gets a little side business going, but he's dating a girl at the time who turned out to be a complete scumbag. I hope you're out there. Breaks his heart, cheats on him when he's not home. He comes home, she throws him out, right? He goes bust. He loses his place to stay. He's in his 20s, no plan, comes back home with his tails in between his legs. Everybody's saying, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so. He never heard a single one of them. He spent the next 7 years up to today working his ass off. I did dispensaries for a year, okay? What I found is, number one, they're not cheaper unless you get garbage and you go on a certain day. Number two, the bud completely loses originality. So what I notice is every week I'm getting the same green shit. And they're like, no, that's gelato. I'm like, well, I had it last week with G59 or whatever. I realize they're big companies just mass manufacturing weed. And it might be in the 20s, might be 18, but it's all the same shit. It gets boring. I had a tolerance to it. So Cottle, I do events. They smoked a blunt of one of his highs, and I'm like, holy shit, this is what I'm missing. Whoever's doing dispensaries, tell me, I don't know if you can get this. When's the last time you saw something that high quality and original? I mean, that is blood, sweat, and tears from 7 years. That's not some lab. That is beauty. It's different. It feels good. It smells good.
It looks really nice.
It is very everything. So that's why we're the best damn buds, because we have not only the bravest and craziest founder, but somebody who will not settle for anything less, because it's literally everything to him. He puts everything he has into this. So we're confident any bud we ever sell never comes back. In fact, the person comes back. It's been a very good 7 years. Didn't start out that way. Thank you.